There are three constants in life: change, choice and principles. Make time for planning. Wars are won in the general's tent. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Seek first to understand, and then to be understood. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. Most people listen with the intent to reply. If we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships. Treat your employees exactly as you want them to treat your best customers. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule but to schedule your priorities. Leadership is a choice, not a position. I am not a product of my circumstances, I am a product of my decisions. Strength lies in differences, not in similarities. Listen with your eyes for feelings. The way we see the problem is the problem. Most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important. Accountability breeds responsibility. Highly proactive people don't blame circumstances, conditions or conditioning for their behavior of their own conscious choice. Management is doing things right, leadership is doing the right things. Be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a choice. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. He who has a why can deal with any what or how. Our ultimate freedom is the right and power anybody or anything outside ourselves will affect us. The only thing that endures over time is the law of the farm. You must prepare the ground, plant the seed, cultivate, and water it if you expect to reap the harvest. A personal mission statement becomes the DNA for every other decision we make. Courage is not the absence of fear but the awareness that something else is more important. To achieve goals you've never achieved before, you need to start doing things you've never done before. Live out of your imagination, not your history. Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. I teach people how to treat me by what I will allow. Motivation is a fire from within. If someone else try to light that fire under you, chances are it will burn very briefly. You can change the fruit without changing the root. Be patient with yourself. Self-growth is tender, it's holy ground. There's no greater investment. If I really want to improve my situation, I can work on the one thing over which I have control, myself. Once you have a clear picture of your priorities, that is values, goals, and high-leverage activities, organize your life around them. What you do has greater impact than what you say. To change ourselves effectively, we first had to change our perceptions. When the trust account is high, communication is easy, instant, and effective. Two people can see the same thing, disagree, and yet both be right. It's not logical, it's psychological. It's not what happens to us, but our response to what happens to us that hurts us. We are free to choose our actions, but we are not free to choose the consequences of these actions. To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground. Habit is the intersection of knowledge, what to do, skill, how to do, and desire, want to do. At some time in your life, you probably had someone believe in you when you didn't believe in yourself. Ineffective people live day after day with unused potential. Live out of your imagination, not your history. We are not human beings on a spiritual journey. We are spiritual beings on a human journey. The only person I know is the person I want to be. Don't argue for other people's weaknesses. Don't argue for your own. When you make a mistake, admit it, correct it, and learn from it immediately. The core of any family is what is changeless, what is going to be their shared vision and values. Each of us guard a gate of change that can only be opened from the inside. Leadership is communicating others' worth and potential so clearly that they are inspired to see it in themselves. To retain those who are present, be loyal to those who are absent. The way we see things is the source of the way we think or the way we act. You have to water the flowers you want to grow. Don't compromise when you can synergize. Your attitude determines your altitude. My mission is to live with integrity and to make a difference in the lives of others. You can't be successful with other people if you haven't paid the price of success with yourself. Doing more things faster is no substitute for doing the right things.